Hey there, Bridge family, it's Pastor Jeff, and today I'd like to talk to you about your preparedness, your readiness for warfare. I want to look at 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 12 through 19, and tie in the beginning, the middle, and the end, and say to you, to me, to all of us, we need to live ready. To quote God in His Word, "Do not be surprised, beloved, when the fiery trials come upon you." Now he goes on to remind us that we ought not act like these times or challenges are strange. No, instead we should expect them to come. Why? Because we live in a fallen world, a sin-soaked swamp of a fallen world. A fallen world where fiery trials are going to be thrust upon us, many times in the context of sin and other people's aggression. Let me give you a case in point. Today is December 7th. In the United States, that's an infamous day, for this is the day, long ago, when our country was surprised, when we were attacked at Pearl Harbor. Many, many lives were lost. It was an act of aggression. It brought our country into the fullness of World War II. It's a devastating day to remember, in part because we were surprised as a nation, and we came under surprise attack as a nation, and we dealt with things like kamikazes. If you don't recognize that word, it's a suicide pilot who would turn their plane into a weapon and literally kill themselves as an act of violence against us or their enemies. Today, we see a similar dynamic in what we call a suicide bomber. Friend, I want to encourage you to be ready, not be surprised, but I'd like you to take this to heart in the spiritual context, learning from the physical context that says it's a very dangerous world out there. We live in a time of fiery trials. There will be kamikazes that come at Christ's church. We need to be ready for the suicide bombers. We need to live in an understanding of the battle that we are actually in. On this December 7th, I pray that you'll come back to 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 12 through 19, and you'll see the call to be ready, to call evil evil, to be ready no matter what with love and light, and for our worship-filled witness to be one of walking, working, and even warring for the glory of God. May we be ready no matter what. Amen and amen.